What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone. Presented by Brock. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Workout done. Got my smoothie ready. Ready to rock this morning, y'all. Chiefs win Super Bowl 54. More importantly, the San Francisco 49ers lost Super Bowl 54. Feel great for Tyrann Mathieu, though. All the LSU guys ever get a ring. Tyrann, Mo Claiborne, Spencer Ware, Darrell Williams. So congrats to all of them, although Tyrann was the one that played in the game. Still great. Really good game, too, man. It's a really good game. A little surprised the Niners didn't try to push the ball before half. We'll take that back. They did, but not until they got the first down. There was like 17 seconds left. It looked like they were content to run the clock. So, and they got the OPI on Kittle, which, oh my God, was another carbon copy of what Kyle Rudolph did in the Saints wildcard playoff game. Anyway. Let's say some good mornings. Kirk Taylor, Everett Email, Jeff McKithen, good morning, y'all. Charlie Cavell, David Hawes, David Fleshman, Dustin Cruel, good morning. Charlie Gale, Kevin Gleason, Michael Alello, Padre Hooch, good morning. Brian Arsenault, Brandon Scott, what's up? Brandon Ray, Cortland Jacob, Brian Wynn, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. John David Mathern, good morning, great comeback. It was, and when the Chiefs got down 10, I don't know if it was late in the third or early in the fourth. I tweeted something effective like, I have no faith in Andy Reid to get this right, like to make this happen. And as sort of a postscript to that, I said, now I kind of get how Eagles and Chiefs fans have felt. And they did make the comeback, obviously, but it was interesting. I thought, anyway, that was my state of mind. It was less of a prediction and more of I really don't think Andy Reid can do this. Like, that's just my feeling. And he's kind of been labeled that throughout his career. But no more. Guy's a Super Bowl champion. Very likely now a Hall of Famer with as many. He was always the guy who had the most wins without winning a Super Bowl. So no more to that one. So good for him. Mahomes at 24. Youngest starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Youngest quarterback. Last year to win the MVP, and Lamar Jackson. But anyway. What a day. What a day. What a day. And football is over. That reality sets in. So now football is over until September. I guess preseason in August. But let's see. Kirk Taylor working a 16-hour shift. No one's at work because of the Super Bowl. I do think we should play the Super Bowl on Saturday. Super Bowl Sunday, to have like this day-long, like nationally recognized party where everyone eats and drinks and celebrates and watches the game or the halftime show, the commercials, the whole event, celebrating Super Bowl. It almost feels like we should do that on a Saturday to give everybody Sunday to rest and recover before Monday, because it just feels like today is going to be a super unproductive day. Today always is a super unproductive day around offices. So. All right, I'm going to hit the share. Hopefully you all will do so as well if you haven't. Alello, what time are you coming to confession? Honestly, and I saw you tweet that about like or post on Facebook or something about the halftime show. I found it kind of boring. Like, maybe that's just the standard that's been set. I would have loved to have seen that halftime show 20 years ago. right when J-Lo and Shakira were both at the height of their stardom in their careers, instead of now where J-Lo's 50 and Shakira's 43. And don't misunderstand me. I thought they did fantastic. I mean, the energy, the dancing. But maybe I'm just tough to please. I don't know. Well, I tapped out about halfway through the halftime show. I did. I was like, I gotta go pee. So I saw some highlights later, the part with J-Lo having the Cuban flag and some kids singing. I missed all that. Let's see. Chris Keller, heard we hired some analysts and coaches. Is this true? So LSU did hire an analyst over the weekend. Cole Kubelik reported. Offensive coordinator from Samford, now an analyst at LSU. So again, that's kind of another example of how the program is perceived and how you can use those positions to elevate career, right? So this guy was an OC at Samford, a lower level school. I don't know if Samford, I guess Samford's FCS. So he leaves being an offensive coordinator in the FCS to come be an analyst, an off-field role at LSU, thinking, well, Munoz was an analyst. He got a job in the Power 5. Goche was an analyst. Look at all those guys that were, Ronnie Wheat, all those guys that were analysts that got on-field jobs. So I think that's how they're looking to elevate now. Stephen Bro, Brandon Atchison, good morning. Kevin, for all your aches, creaks, squeaks, Brock. Indeed. I'll make you the spokesman, Kevin. Dustin Kirk Taylor. Oh, best Super Bowl commercial. The one that I liked was the Doritos dance. I saw the ad meter picked the Bill Murray Groundhog's Day. Well, it's not ad meter. That's the American public is the one that votes in the ad meter. How it rates. You don't vote necessarily. It's a survey. So, so the Groundhog Day one. Let's see how else the rest of them rated. My favorite, I thought, was the Cool Ranch dance, like the Doritos Cool Ranch dance with the cowboy, and then Sam. Sam Elliott, sorry. And his mustache dance, and then there was Billy Ray Cyrus, sitting by the saloon like, I ain't dancing. Anyway, I thought that was the best one. Doritos always does a good job. Spike Sylvester, good morning. Matt, it's fixed. Thanks for your moral support. It's fixed? Oh, your jacuzzi. Breezy Bro, Donald Delisio, I think, was the guy hired as an analyst. D'Alessio. Philip Smith Langshire was blowing up Twitter world last night. So I was being from Missouri, Chiefs fan. I feel good for those people, man. Like, think of it this way. If you're a lifelong Chiefs fan, you haven't experienced that ever. 50 years ago, they won a Super Bowl. 50 years, man. So think about, you'd have to be like in your 60s or older to have any awareness of it. And even then, it wasn't what it is now. And so to finally break through, it's like what Saints fans felt 10 years ago. You finally got there. Chiefs had better teams and winning seasons and all, but good for them. What a day for them to finally get their moment. Kelly Gross, Nate Bumstead, good morning. Andrew Baer, Rusty Sedetol, Mark Allen, good morning. Brandonville, no, Matt, we have the XFL. That's true, Brandon. You're right. Forgive me. You're right. the XFL starts this week. So, well timed. I'm definitely curious. I can't tell you that I'm going to be locked in. I'm going to Houston for UFC fights. John Jones this weekend in Houston. So, can't tell you I'll be locked into the XFL, but maybe we'll keep a distant eye on it. A little curious, certainly. See if any of the rule changes work out that might be adopted by the NFL. See if there's any players that we recognize that stand out. Certainly Bob Stoops being in the XFL is interesting. So, we do get football. So, Irfan said, what are your thoughts about the XFL? Will you watch? What makes it successful? So, a couple of things. Number one, it's already more successful than any of the predecessors for a couple of reasons. Primarily, Vince McMahon is willing to invest the capital in it to keep it afloat until and if it can become profitable. And they got distribution. So because they got a TV deal with ESPN, be on the ESPN platforms, the awareness will be there. If they were buried on CBS Sports Television or NBC Sports Television or FS2 or something like that, where it wasn't readily available, you'd have a more difficult time because it's going to be available on the ESPN platforms. It's going to be right in your face. And you're going to get ESPN promotion as well. But I'll tell you this, Irfan, the thing that I think it needs is going to be what, when, if you look back at the most successful adjacent league to the NFL has been the USFL. And it had its own reasons why it went under, but what the USFL did that was successful, now granted this is 30 years ago, so you got 30 years more history of the NFL and deep ties and roots and fan bases and fandom. That's going to be harder to get people's attention, especially in the world where we have so much media always at our fingertips. But the thing that the USFL did that the XFL is going to have to do is the USFL went and lured star players. Getting Herschel Walker in the USFL is a big deal. When you think about the Steve Young was in the USFL, it was an option for players coming out of college. The salaries weren't as obnoxious in the NFL, so that's a bigger hurdle. But in my opinion, it's going to take a pendulum swinging athlete, and I think this will happen. If they decide, they being the XFL, if they decide that they will let college athletes enter their league prior to their being 3 years out of high school, which is what you'd mandate for the NFL, I think that's going to be their best bet. So if you have, I know last year, but I gave the example of Trevor Lawrence. So Lawrence goes and has a great freshman season at Clemson, and then he's got to play 2 more years before he can go to the NFL. What if after his freshman season, Leonard Fournette decided, I'm not going to keep playing 2 more years at LSU for free. I'm going to go play in the XFL for 2 years, get paid, and then we'll see what my NFL future looks like. I think it's going to take a player like that, someone to be a trendsetter, to see if it works. That will bring casual fans to the TV to see, okay, let's see how this guy does against 27, 28, 29, 30 pros. But I'll be curious. I think it will happen. I'll be curious when it does. Tommy Vienendahl, Mark Parent, Jerry Spurgeon, Chuck Sanchez. What's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck. Ricky Charles Constant, good morning. Craig Savoy. Do very happy to watch Andy read the Silver Ball. Not a more deserving person than he, one of the good guys. I'll give him that. Happy for Andy Reid. Seemed genuinely happy last night. John David III. We going to do old past the prime acts for the halftime show. Might as well have the Who, Aerosmith, or U2 like in the past. Well, if you remember, that's what they started doing after the wardrobe malfunction with Timberlake and Janet Jackson. After that, then they went to like super safe halftime show. They had Paul McCartney, they had the Who, and I think did Pink Floyd? No. Anyway, they went super safe, and it seemed, and now it's trended back toward sometimes more current, a little more pop, you know. So you've had Beyonce, you've had Bruno Mars, been some good ones. Pamela Box, good morning. Gavin Blanchard, Jerry Spurgeon, not an ad, but the intro with the kid running was amazing. So it was, Jerry, actually, that was for the NFL, and they did it last year too. Tasha Thibodeau, Brandon Durr, Cortland Jacob, the Highlander commercial. I don't remember that one. Mark, good morning. Aquaman commercial. Oh, when he kept like losing his arms and, you know, he was, yeah. Google had a weird commercial. Was that the one with the old man who was trying to remember his wife who had died? Charlie Cavell, the problem with the halftime show is 40 and 50-year-old women don't like seeing women their age in revealing clothes, shaking their money makers, and dancing on poles. Jimmy G, overrated. I thought Shanahan was going to put Nick Mullins in the second half. Certainly try to win despite their quarterback, not because of him, and ultimately the better quarterback won. Interesting, though, you say defense wins championships. The team with the better defense didn't win yesterday. The team with the best quarterback in the NFL finally broke through, made enough plays, and had a 21-point fourth quarter, and won by 11. Now, granted, the last touchdown was, was garbage time. But Jeremy Hoskins, Tommy Means, good morning. Maury Holiday, are you leaving? Can I have a hug? I gotta go too. Can I have a hug? Can I have a hug? I'll just come take one then. Where you going, Drew? Where you going? I love you. Okay, have a good day. See you later. Drew's got to go to St. Lillian. All right. Let's see. Do a couple more minutes, y'all. I got to wrap this up at 8:15. As always, shout out to Brock. They're tagged in this post. If you could like the Brock page, that is always a great, great help. Appreciate that very much. See if I can go quick here. Maury, good morning, Matt. This was the best Super Bowl in a long time. And yes, Super Bowl would be better on a Saturday for sure. The game itself was really good. I mean, it was a really good competitive game. You had offense, you had good defensive plays. You had turnovers, you had key shifts in the game. I agree. Ricky Constant shocked at the Love the Flag commercial. Love the Flag. I don't remember that one. Love the Flag commercial. Patrick Dorsey, good morning, Scone. Okay, let's talk offensive coach for the Tigers, please. We've been talking about that. Matter when Ed's going to announce it. Now that the NFL season's over, I think you're really close. Eric Hart, good morning. Jeremy, I'm going to say it. We have not seen a quarterback like Mahomes ever. This kid is special. Well, sure, he's special. The Johnny Cash commercial with the old ragged flag. Yeah. Mark, what can we expect from LSU on signing day? I think they're going to sign their commits. Hope that they get Birch, the defensive lineman out of South Carolina. That put him at 23. And probably come out of Wednesday with 2 spots open to see if they can add a transfer. William Doty, how about the Tigers getting a ring? For sure. Tyrann Mathieu, Mo Claiborne, Spencer Ware, Darrell Williams, all on the Chiefs roster. Of course, Tyrann's the one that would feel best for playing a big role. And just what a comeback story, right? AJ Holland, good morning. Possibilities of another O'Neal run on the floors at the PMAC. So Sharif O'Neal was on an official visit to LSU this weekend. Talked about how he transferred out of UCLA. So on his official to LSU this weekend, hope it went well. He's not committed, but would love to see that. I'd love to see LSU add a big. I mean, he's 6'8", and he's a forward that can score, and LSU needs size. So I'd love to see him come on. Ronnie Dugas, Derek Thomas, good morning. Derek, Matt, how about those Chiefs? I'm calling in today on AFR. Woohoo. Okay. Scott Zachary, good morning. Derek, 30 years as a Chiefs fan. There you go. I don't know why you're a Chiefs fan if you're from Mississippi, but right, Derek, you're from Mississippi. Hey, some guy tweeted me last night his 49ers gear, and his profile says he's from Baton Rouge. I'm like, get out of here, man. You're from Baton Rouge. You're a 49ers fan. I had no use for you at all. Front runners, and then people are like, well, aren't you a Yankees fan? Yeah, please tell me the local baseball team that I should be cheering for. Where's the local major league team I should be cheering for? Etu Joel. Blaine Allen, good morning. Andrew, no more football. We can finally focus on the bunting debate. There's no debate. It's done. Andy was ready for the moment. Kyle wasn't. Many things to point to behind the white lines in this one. I'm curious to see what Shanahan could have done differently. What they'll say Shanahan could have done differently. The thing that seems most obvious to me would be that at the end of the first half. I just think, ultimately, the Chiefs' defense got stops and Mahomes made plays. I mean, it's sometimes your team didn't lose it. Sometimes the other team's just better and they won it. I think that's what happened with the Chiefs. They were just better. They made the plays and they won it. Nate Bumstead, lifelong Chiefs fan, diehard LSU. Not sure how this can be topped. I got to say I was more emotional for LSU's national championship, but last night felt nostalgic. Nate, are you from Missouri? I don't remember that. Nate, are you from here? I'm curious. Guess because I liked as a kid. I liked the Chiefs in the AFC. This would have been when Montana left the Niners and went to the Chiefs. It was kind of cool to see Joe Montana play for somebody else and not a team that I hated. And Marcus Allen was there, of course, as well. And Derek Thomas was incredible. And then Neil Smith was from New Orleans, and actually his family lived down the street from my grandfather. So that was kind of another tie. And then you had like Christian Okoye. Those Chiefs teams were fun. Those early 90s Chiefs teams were fun. Let's see. Trivia Carter, good morning. Maury, Taysom Hill and Patrick Mahomes have a lot of similarities. What do you think? Nope. What are you sipping on? I make a smoothie every morning. All right, I got to get going, y'all. I got to go. We got our 9 o'clock meeting. This is, frozen fruit. Water, 1 stevia packet, raw unfiltered Louisiana honey, the 3 Mayan superfoods, the cocoa nibs, hemp and chia seeds, 1 dollop of Greek yogurt, unflavored, plain Greek yogurt, and then that's mostly for texture, and then protein. Charles Moranto, good morning. Charlie, ding, 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 hammer, meat, nail. XFL needs to model after WFL and USFL in that regards. Someone either jump leagues or for Joe Burrow to go to the XFL instead of the NFL. If Joe doesn't want to go to the Bengals. Yeah, I think the biggest difference though is I don't know that the XFL now can offer the money to the elite player that the NFL can. Now, if you get a player who is an off-the-field problem and can't get a sniff back in the NFL, Antonio Brown. What if the XFL brought in Antonio Brown? Like, that would be a good example. People would probably watch that. Lance Hill jumped on here late. Do you think Shaq's son commits to LSU? I don't know. I hope he does. I have no insight as to what he's going to do. I just know he was on campus this weekend for an official visit. It went really well, and they were recruiting him heavy coming out of high school when he picked UCLA. But I'd love to see it. Hey, Deborah Todd. Good morning, Thomas Lamont. Seems like the Super Bowl MVP award has turned into a QB award. I feel like Damian Williams should have won it. I don't know, man. Pat Mahomes is pretty special. Had the rushing touchdown, remember, to start the game, and a couple of passing touchdowns. I mean, he turned it on late. Oh, yeah, Jimmy G did have Sanders open late. You're right. He overthrew him. My tweet was, just OH. I mean, that's so true. Oh, man. That's so I forgot about that. That's so true. He was man. He wasn't wide open, but he had him. He had him. Would have given San Fran the lead. Now, had that happened, they still would have given the ball right back to Kansas City, and they would have gone and scored. And the only thing that would have helped is it would have the over would have hit. That would have helped me. But anyway, Stephanie Cortez, morning, Matt. What a game! Happy for Tyron. Good morning, Drew, and bye. Let's see. All right, I gotta go. Gotta go. Robert Grimion, good morning. Dale Laborde, Drew Hurst, good morning. Anything else? Cortland Braves, the team of the South, but I don't like the Braves. I mean, I'm a Yankees fan. I was happy when the Yankees beat the Braves in '96, and '99. So I'm good. Not a Braves fan. Some people say, well, what about the Astros? Well, a lot of people here make fun of Houston. A lot of people here don't like Houston. They don't like Texas. I mean, there is no team. Nate Bumpster was born in Missouri. I didn't know that, Nate. That's good to know, though, man. I just didn't remember that. So congrats. That's awesome, man. Seriously, I feel really good for Chiefs fans, because it's one of those things where, like, a lot of people, you just waited your whole life wondering if you ever see it. Now your day is here. That's awesome, All right, Joe Juba, Sean Pumphrey, Caleb Clark, what's up? All right, y'all, I gotta go. All right, I gotta go. All right, y'all have an awesome day, as always. Shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. They're tagged in the post. Please like their page. If you need an orthopedist, go see Brock. Locked on LSU today, AFR later. We'll see you. Peace.